Welcome back. Today we're diving into the real Canada, beyond the maple leaves and mountains. Forget the postcards. We're uncovering 15 dark sides of this massive country that rarely make the headlines. This isn't your typical travel video. We're going deep, exploring the unique, eccentric, and sometimes shocking realities of Canada. If you're ready for an eye-opening adventure, you're in the right place. Let's get started and explore the dark side of Canada. Canada's winter isn't just cold, it's brutal. Temperatures can plummet to -40, where exposed skin freezes in minutes. Blizzards can turn a simple drive into a survival situation, shutting down entire cities. The beauty hides a relentless 6-month test of endurance. In Canada, winter is always in charge. Dreaming of living in Vancouver or Toronto? The reality? A housing crisis. Average homes cost over $1 million. Rent is sky high. Even tiny apartments are unaffordable for many. The gap between rich and poor is growing, and homelessness is everywhere. In Canada's biggest cities, the cost of entry is just too high. Most Canadians live near the US border, but vast regions are remote and isolated. Some communities are only accessible by expensive flights. No roads connect them. Everything, from food to medical supplies, must be flown in, making basics outrageously expensive. In winter, risky ice roads offer a fragile lifeline, but climate change is making them unreliable. Isolation here is both a physical and emotional barrier. Canada's wilderness is stunning, but it's home to real danger. Grizzly and black bears are powerful and unpredictable. One mistake can be fatal. Moose, weighing over 1,500 pounds, injure more people than bears and can destroy cars. Cougars and wolves are silent predators, and even coyotes are venturing into suburbs. Many travelers underestimate the risks, treating the wild like a theme park. Without bear spray or knowledge, you're vulnerable. The line between civilization and wilderness is thin. Respect is essential. This is their home, not yours. The wild beauty can turn deadly in an instant. In Canada, nature always has the upper hand. Winter in Canada isn't just physically tough, it's mentally draining. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, affects millions due to long, dark winters. In some places, the sun barely rises before it sets again. The lack of sunlight saps energy, motivation, and mood, leading to widespread depression. People fight back with light therapy and vitamin D, but it's a constant struggle. Social life slows, and a sense of gloom settles over cities. For travelers, the darkness can be unexpectedly overwhelming. The environment here shapes not just the land but the mind. Canada is officially bilingual, but the language divide runs deep. In Quebec, French dominates. Venturing outside tourist areas without French can feel isolating. Responding in English may get you a cold shoulder, and the reverse is true elsewhere. The divide is more than inconvenience. It's a cultural and political tension. Travelers can easily stumble into this ongoing battle, sometimes causing offense without realizing it. Even government services struggle to bridge the gap. Canada's linguistic split is a fundamental part of its identity. It's a complexity that surprises many visitors. Canada's free healthcare and social programs come at a cost: high taxes. Sales tax can add up to 15% at the register, and prices for alcohol and gas are inflated by taxes. Tourists feel the pinch. Souvenirs, hotels and meals all cost more than expected. Gas is sold by the liter, and alcohol is heavily taxed, double what you pay in the US. You're paying for a system you don't benefit from as a visitor. Canadians accept it as the price of their social contract. For travelers, it's a constant hit to the wallet. The price of politeness is steep. Outside major cities, public transportation is almost non-existent. Trains are rare and expensive, and bus routes have vanished from many rural areas. Without a car, you're stranded. Mobility is a real crisis for many. Travelers must rent cars, often at high prices, to see the real Canada. Vast distances make travel challenging. A short trip can mean hours on the road. If you can't drive, much of the country is inaccessible. Canada's natural beauty is locked away for those without means. The lack of transit deepens rural isolation. Canada's healthcare is only free for citizens. Tourists face sky-high costs. A simple ER visit can cost over $1,000. Serious injuries can bankrupt you. Many travelers assume healthcare is free and skip insurance. A huge mistake. Hospitals will treat you, but you'll be billed for everything. The universal system doesn't apply to visitors. Market rates are astronomical, and the bills will follow you home. Always get comprehensive travel insurance before visiting. The healthcare trap is a costly surprise for the unprepared. Canada's border is notoriously strict. Officers have absolute authority to deny entry for almost any reason. They'll grill you with questions, search your devices, and scrutinize your plans. Even a decades-old minor offense can get you banned for life. The process for special permission is complicated and expensive. Many are shocked by the power imbalance at the border. You're not guaranteed a warm welcome. One bad answer, and your trip is over. Canada's friendly image stops at the border. In spring and summer, mosquitoes and black flies are relentless. Swarms can make it impossible to be outside. Bug jackets and head nets are essential. Black fly bites are painful and can last for weeks. Mosquitoes can carry West Nile virus, and constant scratching leads to infections. Even wildlife suffers from the onslaught. The reality of camping or hiking is often misery, not serenity. Tourism brochures leave out this maddening side of the wilderness. The bugs will test your sanity. Wildfires and natural disasters are a growing threat in Canada. Fire seasons are longer and more destructive, forcing evacuations and ruining trips. Smoke can blanket cities, making air hazardous and obscuring iconic views. Floods, ice storms, and extreme weather are becoming more common. Climate change adds unpredictability and danger to travel. Plans can change in an instant. Nature is always in flux. The landscape is beautiful, but also volatile. The threat of disaster is ever present.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Canada's rules around alcohol and cannabis are strict and confusing. Each province has its own regulations. Liquor stores have limited hours, and you can't just buy a drink anywhere. The legal drinking age is higher, and ID checks are strict. Cannabis is legal, but only from licensed retailers, and public use is tightly controlled. The patchwork of laws can feel overbearing and puritanical. You can't drink in parks or public spaces, only in licensed areas. Compared to Europe, it's a culture of control. The fun police are always watching. Canada's darkest side is its ongoing struggle with Indigenous reconciliation. Centuries of systemic discrimination and violence have left deep scars. Many Indigenous communities face poverty, poor housing, and lack of clean water. The legacy of residential schools and unmarked graves is a national tragedy. Health and social outcomes are far worse for Indigenous peoples. Reconciliation is just beginning, and the wounds are fresh. Travelers may not see it directly, but it's an undercurrent everywhere. The friendly image of Canada hides a painful, unresolved history. Canada isn't a crime-free utopia. Urban areas like Vancouver's downtown east side reveal deep poverty and an opioid crisis. Other cities have neighborhoods with high crime, gang activity, and violence. Petty theft and car break-ins are common in tourist spots. The illusion of total safety is just that, an illusion. Inequality and poverty exist, even in the world's polite country. Be smart, stay aware, and don't ignore the shadows. Every country has its dark corners, including Canada. That's the real Canada. 15 dark sides you rarely hear about. My goal isn't to scare you, but to show a complete, honest picture of this complex country. True travel means understanding, not just sightseeing. If this opened your eyes, please subscribe and join our community. Share your stories and thoughts in the comments. Let's learn from each other. Thank you for watching and supporting these deep dive adventures. I appreciate every single one of you. See you in the next one.